and then to Delhi, and now I am settled in Bangalore with my own family and children. Why I narrate this? Because, I am not the best and brightest in this village, but and I know this because I had other people at my age who were perhaps better than me as well, who were more stronger than me. I was one of the weakest. So why I say this is because if the weakest can do this and traverse this journey, then the best and the brightest, the strongest ones can definitely do it, provided you practice it, provided you find the right educator. And because I know that this is deeply embedded in my heart, at some point when I grew up and started working, I felt that this is the time for me to give back to the society. And more can one think of? First, to nourish the same place where you were born. And that is how my journey with Milan Public School started. We formed a society under the honorable guidance of the founder of Mohabati Society, Venerable Buddha Rakita Bhante. We used to have very good discourses on Dhamma, religion and other things. But he always believed that Chakmas ethnically are descendants of the great Sakya clan. Now, he is somebody who has studied a lot about Buddhism. He knows about the history, religion and culture. When he first said that, because I did not have that background, I thought maybe, yes, it feels good, but I don't know. But when I met another historian, he also probably mentioned that yes, there is a linkage, because when the Sakya clan, they used to inhabit in the periphery of the Himalayan, sub-Himalayan region, extending from the great Himalayas in Nepal, which is Kapila Vastu, and that is where King Suddhodana and Gautama Buddha was born. He was having that kingdom there, and then slowly and gradually they moved towards Magadha, and then towards the east, probably going back to the eastern hills of what we call Arunachal, Tripura, Mizoram, all these northeastern states, and also partly what we also know is currently in Chittagong hill tracts. So in some way, Buddhism, and this is a personal reflection, I would say, also being the land, Buddhism is a religion that originated in India. At one point, I got to know from the master that it has spread across all the region, not just India, but Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Central Asia, Japan, Korea, China, Sri Lanka, Laos, Cambodia, wherever it went far and wide. But the tragedy of this is that it is dying in India. But for these few Chakma, Mog, Singphos, Khamtis, and very small minorities who are there in the periphery of this country, and perhaps the ones who got converted because of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's 1950s program, the new Buddhist, which we call the new Buddhist. Otherwise, Buddhism was dying. Today, statistically, there are only 0.8%. Just imagine, not even 1% of the total population, 140 crores people of India. And maybe now, as I speak, because the population is a dynamic number. It keeps changing. Maybe 150 now. We just have 0.87, not even 1% of the population today. So that is the condition of Buddhism. And if you compare that with what happened to our own ethnic group, Chakmas, we say that they belong to the great clan Suddhadana, the Sakya clan. If you see these places, the land holding that we own, the condition of the schools, the condition of the viharas, the temples, is really in a shambles. It's not in a good condition. So in a way, the growth and trajectory of Buddhism also is reflected and mirrored in the way the Chakma people as an ethnic group have come over time to this present day. And that's why we started at some point, because of this personal reflection, I thought the time to give back, when you grow up, when you start working, when you gain some knowledge, is to best serve the society where you were grown, where you grew up. This was the place where I learned my values, my culture, my tradition. And when I come, even wherever I go, whether I go to London, whether I go to US, whether I go to Bangalore, Delhi, any place, I feel more at home coming back here with you. So, it is indeed a very sordid journey for the Buddhist communities as a whole in India, as well as for the Chakmas in some sense. But we always have hope and we don't give up. And that is why we said, let us build right cause society. And that is how it was formed in 2014. It is about 10 years now. And over the years, because of many compulsions, most of you are aware, we cannot register any organization in Arunachal because we happen to be Chakma. That is, one can imagine. We cannot get the basic certificates which says that you are a resident of this place. I am talking about PRC. So, in this particular moment, while we celebrate the annual day, I would like to come back to the point and say that right cause was born with the right intent, and this, the origin, as Bhante had envisioned, because there is a vision behind it. He said there are right path. This is the means to end suffering, right?